All right, Josh Guindon Poker here, Salem Witch EMD, your World Poker Tour Club WPT Ambassador. We're firing up the Sunrun Bounty stream here, just about to kick off the tournament. $5,000 cash tournament here. There is a bounty on my head. Good luck. If you cash in this tournament, we're going to double your payout and refund your buy-in if I cash in the live Bay 101 tournament. Good luck to everyone. Let's have a good one. Several good tournaments going on today on Club WT. Big payouts, another 5K. There's also a 20-person qualifier. Several people jumping in the chat already. Johnny Haha, Chief U, Bust My Aces, Iraq Vet, Grey Wolf, Jason SD. Hello, everyone. So let's see what we got here. I don't think the table should be opening up here any second. West of Bass, welcome. Grey Wolf. Okay, here we go. We're live. Bear with me for a second here as we get the table set up. I'll be primarily focusing on my table, not as advanced as all you wizards out here with 4 different tables. But we'll be highlighting strategy chat as we break it down. Let me delete this and open up my table here. Good luck to everyone today. Run deep. Anyone who cashes, we're going to double the payout and return the buy-in. Let's see, add source, my table. All right, I got a bad hand to start. Just folded that. All right, let's get this going here. Looks nice. Great, and we'll get rid of that. Perfect. All right. And bear with me one second here as we get everything set up. All right, let's see what that's like. Yeah, decent. Let's see. Let me move this. So, give me one second here. Get everything situated, and then we'll get fired up and ready to roll. Looks decent. That's pretty good. Great. All right, roll with that for now. See where that gets us. How's audio? Okay for everyone? And we're on a bit of a delay, so I think a 2-minute delay is what we're on. So we'll make sure we are good to go. Good luck to everyone today. Fun allotment of tournaments. All righty. Let's get that over like that. Very good. All right, we got a playable hand here from small blind. Let's see. I think my video went out. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, I think we're down. Huh, that's strange. Gonna have to look at that after this hand. So that was ace jack off from the small blind. Let's see. Where did my... I think I might have to add my source again. Let me try that. We just completely went blank. 1 second here as we get this going. Let's see. Yeah, what are we? Completely blank. Let's see. Let me consult with to spend some time with Pyboathon down in Jacksonville too. All right, so we got a bad offsuit hand, effectively position 7, 2 players sitting out. We'll like to just fold that. Just so everyone knows, I am streaming on live on YouTube also, much less important, just kind of running in the background. But the main stream is on Twitch. Super excited to have the second one going here. Anyone running up a big stack? Anyone doubled up yet? Let's see. No one really that I see that's doubled. Let's see what we got here. Texas Donk doubled up already, 10K. Got to meet Texas Donk last year in Vegas. Crusher. Let's see what we got here. Anyone else doubled up yet? Not yet. Out yet? Anyone out? All right. Get that one out of the way. We've got a bad hand here. Position 6, low offsuited hand. So we just fold that one. Let me hop back in the chat here, see what's going on with everyone. Flyfish58 says hi. Good luck to everyone today. Join us from Maine. Let's see, John Miner's there. Good luck, John Miner. We got such good players, really strong players, strong group of players. There's Grey Wolf. Howdy, Sir Ambassador. Hey, how are you doing, Grey Wolf? Pleasure. Glad you're here. So let's see who else is here. West of Bass, welcome. Jason SD, Perennial Crusher. We highlighted on a YouTube video last week, along with his wife Lana. All right, let's see. Air Herb, SL folds to us. M Golds, John, how did you know I am still old school? All right, so we are about 45 big blinds effective. Just limp here on the button. I considered ISO raising, but it's close. All right, Jack, King. We got a bad hand. We'll just fold. Steve-O, what's up, Josh and Stream Team family? Let's go. Good luck, everybody. All right. Error, Mikey Gold, what's going on? Got some legends in the chat. Let's see. There's a black space there. Let me see if I can fix that just a little bit. Actually, no, there isn't. We'll let it be. Let it be for now. If it ain't too broke, don't fix it. All right, let's keep it going here. All right, so let me just see. Yeah, it doesn't look like my cards are viewable from either standpoint. All right, that is a bad hand. A lot of limping going on here earlier. We've got kind of marginal hands. Meta John says you should be all set as of now. All right. Hey, Bex, welcome. John Meyer, thanks for the feedback, but card protectors are good now. Mr. Clutch Logo, hey, buddy, welcome in. Stream Team family, good luck to everyone. Another California player out there. Good luck, Mr. Clutch Logo. Hey, Clutch Logo, you gonna join the Bay 101? Any chance? Any chance you make it up there? All right. Air Herb says sound, question mark. Can anyone hear me? Is it quiet? Is there no sound? Is the sound good? Cool and calm. I wonder if the people at your table realize you were the bounty. Oh, that's a funny dynamic. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. Probably not. I mean, some people might not, you know. All right. Air Herb says Florida now all year. All right. Great. Step in the right direction. I'd love to see that. Utah Kurt. Good luck, everybody. All right. So far, we've given away 7 seats to the World Poker Tour Win December Championship private stream team tournament. So It's exciting. We announced that we've got two ways. We're going to potentially give away a $1,100 Prime tournament seat. Got a couple things going on YouTube. Got what's called the Bankroll X Challenge going. So if we beat that in under 16 episodes, we'll be giving away a Prime seat, $1,100 seat to this December's tournament. Also, if we get the subscriber base up to 1,000 or higher, we'll also be giving away a $1,100 Prime seat. A little fun thing on the side. All right. So Brad Brawley says sound is good on his end. Love to hear that. Thank you. Might check your sound there, Herb, if you still can't hear me. River of Deceit, welcome. Good luck, Stream Team family. Super excited for both the Sunrun Bounty tournament today and associated with the Bay 101 World Poker Tour Main Event Championship coming up. Starts off on Friday, day 1A. I'll be playing that day. It'll be exciting run. See if we can keep the streak going. We're going for a deep run. Robbie Wood said, "Is there sound?" Someone asked, "Is the stream frozen?" Someone says yes. Someone says no. All right. High Card 6 says, "I can hear and see great." Okay, that's reassuring. High Card 6 and Brad Braulio say they can hear and see great. And then Richmond says, "Sound not frozen." All right, seems to be working. So if you guys can't hear me, let me just type here, sound and audio apparently good, and video good. Report. Oh, MetaJohn says, refresh your screens. Yeah, we had a little technical difficulty earlier. That's what it must be, something about lagging there. So he said, "I hear you, low sound." All right, let's see if I can talk a little bit louder. That might be better. Music is too loud. I don't have any music on, actually. So if you're hearing music, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. All right, set of 9s there. Missed the action. All right, so everything seems to be working on my end. Everything is working now on my end. Audio, video, and stream. Okay, that's good. All right. Bad hand, 4-2 offsuit. So if it's not working, if not working on your end, restart and or refresh. All right, perfect. All right, very good. We got 43 people in here. Stream Team family strong. Let's see how we're running. We haven't got much to play. We actually flopped trips earlier. That was when we crashed, so we timed out. I think it must have been I don't know really what the problem was, because I've got really strong internet connection now. So like I said, I didn't move either. That was strange. All right, River of Deceit. No music for copyright purposes. Stream will be published on the channel later. All right. Should be good for everyone. All right, we got a bad hand here from position 5. Gonna fold that over. So, let's just see. Let's see what we got going on. Utah Kurt. Check your battery, he says. Anyone make any deep runs this weekend? Put a link to your site in here. Oh, Bust My Aces says, put a link to your site. All right. I think it's talking about YouTube. All right. Let's see if I can figure that out. We'll work on that later. Maybe at the break or something. Not too worried about that. All right. Sound is good, Utah Kurt says. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Air Herb said you had to reboot. Yeah, it froze earlier. I'm not sure seems like it froze for a lot of people. Not sure what happened, but I think we're all good now. Good luck, everyone. So let's see how many runners. We got about 2,340 left. Early on, this is kind of a turbo structure. So I'm already down to about 45 big blinds. No sense in slow playing. You really got to get in there and chip up quickly to stay alive. All right, John Miner says sound is good. Brad Braulio Nesser posted my link to my YouTube channel, Josh Guindon Poker. Appreciate you doing that. Let's see if I can pin that somehow. Yeah, let's see what happens. Message is already pinned. Oh, thanks, Brad. All right, Ace King versus Queen Jack all in, and we're gonna have an elimination. GLS 50 is knocked out. Essentially a double up for Sleep Dog. Nice hand. So let's see who's gonna knock me out. We do have Sin City Player here at our table. All right. Let's see. We got some notes on Sin City Player. I'm not gonna check those out as of now. All right. So looks like we got a dead big blind here. Decently playable hand. Let's see what the action is. All right. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Daniel Whitman. Good evening, Salem Witch. Good luck in the stream team. Becky Markin, Bex. Hey, Bex. All right. So we have early position raise. We've got a 4x 3-bet and a large 3-bet. And a call from the button, and we have a bad hand. So we're going to fold. Let's see. Brad Braulio says, please subscribe. It's free to subscribe, like, comment, all his amazing content. Appreciate the kind words, Brad. Jason S. says, looks good. Bust my aces. Pinned link to Josh's YouTube channel. Thanks a lot. All right, having fun in Colorado. Tough player, working fine. If you have spinnies, close/open. If no sound, check sound icon, bottom left of the screen. Shouldn't have X. All right. Yeah, everything should be running, guys. Seems like guys and gals, everything's working good on my end. Everyone's reporting that. So if something's not working on your end, audio or video, then basically you want to restart. All right, 2,597 entries. This is Air Herb. That's a good amount. Almost 2,600. All right. M Golds, appreciate that, man. Spent all morning viewing content after subscribing earlier this morning. M Golds gave me a little gift down in Jacksonville. That was very nice of him. He won the package last year to Best Bet Jacksonville. That was really cool to get to meet him, Stream Team family, fellow former one of the GOAT's original streamers. We had King 7 offsuit there facing a 50 big blind shove. We just let it go. Not a good hand. All right, we've got suited big card. And can someone let me know for sure if I'm on a 2-minute delay? I think I am. Let's see. So this is a pretty, it's a small 3-bet or small raise open. So Poker Artist here opens, let's see how many, 9, 8, 7, 6, basically position 6. We're effectively playing 6-handed. And we've got a suited Broadway. And we elect to call. Your hand plays better as a call than a 3-bet. It's pretty close actually, but and then CJ Pickett does a little donk 3-bet, min 3-bet from out of position. Now we got a 4-bet. This is probably aces. We're gonna let this go. Let them see what goes on. Probably would. I'm gonna have to update FN. I have a new PlayStation. All right. Yeah, I haven't owned a PlayStation in a while. Last system I owned was an Xbox. I can't remember if it was an Xbox 360. I think it was an original Xbox. It's been a while. Mojo, hiya. Hey, good to see you. Welcome in. Good luck today to all the Stream Team family. Run deep. Let's get some final tables going. Hiya, Salem. Hey, Mojo. Good to see you. Ace King. Interesting little 4-bet. Ace King. We had King 5 offsuit. That would have been worst 2 pair. That would not have been good. I don't think we would have been able to stand up to a lot of the action. All right. So we canned here. Let's see, 7-2 offsuit. We folded it over. Yeah, a lot of comments about my YouTube channel. We've got some fun content going on. We've currently working on the Banquet Rolex challenge with a twist. We have just performed episode 5. We'll get that out before I head out to California. I fly out on Thursday to Bay 101. And yeah, episode 5 will be up and live. I'm actually having my wife's cousin is really good at video editing and social media content, so she's helping me out, helping me get those videos out. We got some fun giveaways associated with all the content. That's really what we're focusing on. Focusing on strategy too, elucidating some of the strategy that's helped us on the Sun Run. So check out the YouTube channel if you haven't yet. Got some live streams on there too. This one will end up getting posted on there. There's a few from some deep runs, kind of breaking down hands, some fun stuff. We've also got call-in show planned in the works. And so Brad Braulio, Nesser, Metajohn M, and I will get that fired up in the future. Excited to work on that. So let's see what we've got here. Position 7, player sitting out in theory. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, oh, this comment is at 2:29, 4:29 Eastern. Oh yeah, Bust My Ace is confirmed it's delayed 2 minutes. Okay, great. Thanks for confirming that, everyone. So I got 10-8 offsuit from position 7. Ooh, we flopped open-ended, no hearts. A little bit of opening it up a little bit. I mean, you really just can't knit it up, so to speak, with this turbo structure. So looking to get involved there. We flop open-ended. We don't have the hearts, but we do have open-ended. So let's see if we can get a little bit of value here. Keep the pressure on. They fold it over. All right, we take down a little pot there. 10-8 offsuit, no hearts. So took down a decent one. Looks like Sin City players in the small blind now is actually sitting out and not doing one of the tricks where people act like they're sitting out and then rejoin. So we got 7-5 offsuit, position 6, way too weak, especially with a limper in front of us. So Jason SD, I had aces and kings already. Man, I hope you won with them. It's frustrating when you get good hands and then end up losing, but yeah, you got to get good hands and to run deep. You got to get good hands. You got to they got to hold up, and hopefully you'll play them well. If any one of those doesn't go well, you're probably not going to run deep. So Chief, you had jacks, queens, and kings. Full of the kings post flop, one with the other two. We haven't really had any hands. We had 2-5 offsuit from the small blind. That's when we crashed. I think our internet connection was off. We flopped trips, so we didn't see. We had to, we timed out, unfortunately. Let's see. That was probably my internet connection. Robbie Wood, I need a partner. Why don't you show your cards since you're on a delay? Oh, that's a good call, Texas Donk. I like that. That's a really insightful comment. I'm gonna do that. Let me take off my card protector. There it is. All right, we're off. Yeah, that's a really good point. So let me just move this for now. Yeah, we'll move that over there for now. All right, so let's see. That's a good point. Great point, Texas Donk. We're gonna give that a go, see what happens. This is probably preferable, especially the 2-minute delay. That other option, I suppose, would be to keep them covered and then reveal them kind of at the end if you were to narrate it at that point. It seems like another option, but I think this is probably the best option. So we'll go with this. We'll see what happens. All right. Da-da-da. Delay isn't long enough to uncover. Oh, Brad Bralianis says the delay isn't long enough to uncover. Yeah, that might be reasonable too. Maybe I guess if there's a long hand. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think I don't think anyone here is Stream Team family, except Sin City Player, I believe, is, but currently sitting out. So we'll keep an eye on that. So 10-9 offsuit, position 5, fold a couple limps. All right, a hand history live call-in show. Yeah, Brad Brawley on this here. Let's see, what did Beck say? I missed her comment. Let me see if I can find that. What did she say? Doo-doo-doo. Bex. Oh, yeah, Beck said, what's going on? So Brad Braulio and Meta John M and myself, Salem Witch EMD, we're planning firing up a live call-in show for poker tournaments, specifically multi-table tournaments, prioritizing live play, but we'll have some from online tournaments, from multi-table tournaments also. We are going to be breaking down strategy chat. So basically, what will happen is if you're a player and if you have a big hand that you had happen during a poker tournament and you're interested in sharing it with us, breaking it down, yeah, Brad Braulio, Nesser, Brad Braulio 84, Mr. No Lenses, Meta John M, and myself are going to start off as the panelists, and we're going to break down the strategy and kind of give some insights into how we would have potentially played that hand, some things that we would think about, and we'll give everyone a little bit of strategy. It'll be a fun time to highlight a lot of poker players from our community and be another avenue to talk about strategy. So looking forward to that. It'll be part entertainment and part strategy chat. Um, if you've ever seen Bart Hansen with Crush Live Poker, he's got a really long-standing series on cash game poker. So we're looking to do something similar, but for multi-table poker tournaments like we all play. So looking forward to getting that fired up. All right. All in alert. Sleep dog. All right, all in. 6-5. All right. Flop open-ended, no clubs, and river the straight. All right. So M Gold's Queen Queen doubled up. Way to go, Brad. Nice hand, Brad. Brad said needed that double up. Let's go. Having fun, Colorado. Hey, having fun, CO. What part of Colorado are you in? My sister and dad are both in Colorado. Having fun, Colorado. Yeah, good point. Hand could last longer than delay. In theory, that is true. What I think I'll do, those are good comments also. I think what I'm going to do is probably cover it back up for now and then uncover kind of at the end as a reveal might be better. Although these hands go pretty quickly. I doubt a hand's going to go longer than 2 minutes, to be honest, but yeah, high card 6, take it off. Hey, easy, this is PG-13. Matt. And just watch for everyone taking the entire time to delay. Just watch for everyone taking the entire time to delay. Yeah, Meta John, that's a really good point. So Sleep Dog rips open all in. How much? At least roughly 80 big blinds. Poker Artist calls with like 35 big blinds. Should have strong hands to call there, especially under the gun shove. Like Ace King. Am I gonna call Ace King off there if I'm Poker Artist? I don't know. It's close. Yeah. Oh, aces. Aces will do it. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty nutty there. Runner is the only possibility. Set of aces. Case ace flopped. Nice double up by Poker Artist. Yeah, that's part of why no sense of shoving 80 big blinds under the gun. You're only going to get called by worse, right? So really never want to be jamming 80 big blinds under the gun. Makes no sense. All right, Mr. Clutch Salem, somebody at your table sniping your stream can take on a big hand. Unlikely, but beware. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a couple of really wise comments have been made about to that regard. So keep in mind, I've got the card protector ready to go. Otherwise, I'll just roll with it off. Ooh, feels like a fold. Ace 2 offsuit, open reasonable size, and jam. Could be tilting. If I had a lot of experience with this player and they were going crazy, there would be some world in which I would call here. Let's see, 150. Yeah, we're about 30 big blinds effective, but overall, it's better just to fold. It'd be better. Probably behind his range for the most part, and there will be more valuable situations going forward. Even if they had like king queen or something, you know, you're ahead technically. But now this is good practice for the bounty. I'll be playing the live tournament. I'll be playing at Bay 101. I'll be a bounty also. So some interesting adjustments potentially to make as a bounty. So let's see what we got. Jack nine offsuit. This is close. Don't love it. These guys on my left are super active. So you start opening up some of these marginal hands, you really it's hard to realize your equity when people don't really fold. So want to kind of tighten up in those situations. Da da da. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, Braulio, 3 to 5 minute delay to keep your cards uncovered. I like to live life on the edge, Braulio. We'll see what happens. We'll play it by ear. Yeah. Roll with it for now. Let's see. So let's see. Richmond, Tennessee. That sounds great. About 4 hands. Oh yeah, Gold says about 4 hands for you to break down already. Great. Take the notes down. I've got kind of a structure about how to, you know, how many big blinds you started with, how many big blinds the other player had, what position both players were in, what the action was pre-flop, post-flop, yada yada. The more details, the better, and then we can kind of highlight what's relevant. So yeah, keep as many details as you can. If you want a script or like the ideal thing, there's a thing posted on my YouTube channel about kind of the format to fill out that. You don't have to follow the format, but just an ideal situation. Sometimes we get hands that some people have submitted and they're really vague. Like I went all in from the cutoff. I had 2,000 chips, and it's like, well, how many big blinds did you have? And so the more details, the better. Brad Brawley says limping is pimping. Got him. Oh, we got Daniel Negreanu in the chat here. My favorite players ever. Daniel Negreanu is famous for talking about the benefits of limping, which certain situations is good to do. All right, ace nine suited. Plays pretty good as an ISO raise. We get called from the player who calls everything. All right, we got to keep in mind we got a bounty, so we're gonna on us, so we're gonna be called lighter. Pretty low SPR here. Not a great situation. One thing I'm working on in my game is checking more hands out of position. Usually played better. Let's see if we can spike a pair here. Oh, that's idyllic. What about a check jam? I kind of like a check jam, honestly. Yeah, double check. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to check jam. He's almost certainly going to bet, and then we're going to jam. He's super capped. Check the flop. I mean, he really doesn't have any. We're going to be ahead of every single. Oh, ooh, that's unfortunate. All right, let's see. Now we're kind of in weird spot. I think we just have to bet for value, but not be married to our hand, if that makes sense. So bet about 40% pot. Oy, jam, tough spot. It's in a real tough spot. I think we probably should have just led the turn. Probably been better as the ISO raise and the caller. I don't think we can call here. Yeah, what hands could he have? I mean, a lot of jacks are the obvious hands. People don't bluff on here enough, so one marginal pair is not very good. We got second pair top kicker. You know, could he have like 10-8? People just don't bluff enough here. Like, what bluffs is he really doing this with? Is he doing this with, like ace queen, just jamming as a bluff? Like, I just don't see it. I just feel like it's just super weighted toward jacks. So yeah, it's kind of sad. I just don't think we played it very well. I think we should have led the turn once we spiked the pair that we wanted. Ace jack makes sense. King jack, queen jack suited, jack 10. Probably doesn't have jack 10. Probably to bet the flop. Or sorry, the turn. Oh, sad. That's sad. Sad situation, but probably the correct fold. All right, so 12 and a half big blinds from position 6. Now, you're sub 15 blinds. This is when knowing your jamming ranges is just memorizing those charts in your off time is important if you believe in that sort of thing. I know a lot of people don't. All right. So, oh, you're out already, Iraq Vet. Good run, buddy. I think we're less than 2,000 people, so over about 600 people already out. All right, let's see what we got here. Sin City player. Yeah, I think we might. This is the other thing. Sin City player, Stream Team fam. So we might need to be careful with this player. You know what? I think I'm gonna let's see what we got here. I'm gonna put the card protector back on since Sin City player is part of the stream potentially. All right, and he's sitting in. So all right, let's see. I'll reveal it once we if he's out or that sort of thing, or if there's a reveal. All right. All right. Braulio said, any specific thoughts on how to adjust your play, if at all, with a bounty? Yeah, I'd like to hear what other people have to say. I've definitely got some thoughts on this. I'll lead with some. Let's see if anyone says anything. On both sides, is a player targeting a bounty or the player with a bounty? That's a really good point. Yeah, the Bay 101 I'll be playing, there'll be, I think, upwards of maybe at least 50, maybe 60 bounties. So thinking about how to play versus the bounty player is really good. Also, yeah, let's discuss that. I think that's super valuable for me, obviously, for this tournament and Bay 101, but also a lot of people in the future. There's a lot of bounty tournaments going on. It's a pretty popular format these days. So Daisho, so much limp, raise, call today. Yeah, make your raises bigger and overall tighten up if you're gonna, raise a tighter range, especially or if people are really calling everything. You're just kind of just exploiting yourself if you're raising. If they're calling too, position becomes even more important if you're going to be ISO raising. Yeah, then the inevitable jam on the flop from whoever hit the flop. Yeah, Daisho. Yeah, it's different, especially early on in these big fields. You got to really play completely differently. It's I find myself not playing optimally sometimes against it's such a different format. So Brad Braulio, stack to pot ratio for those wondering. High card 6 says just today, lol. All right, having over 14,000 chips will help you out, LMAO. Doubtful he's doing that with just a jack. So I got another bad hand here. I got to readjust my card protector. Let me see if I can get that over a little bit better. Should be good. I'll have to look again. All right. All right. Bex has a short stack. Let's go, Bex. Run it up. And golds. Hopefully I can keep building. All right, so let's see what Sin City player does. We might end up revealing. Yeah, we're close there. The card protector. Let me adjust it just a little bit. So let's go ahead and open that up. So what do we got here? Small, man, this is tough actually. 11 big blinds. I've got the bounty. Like, is anyone really folding if I jam here? Seems unlikely. I'm definitely not folding for 200 more. I think calling, seeing a flop is better here. It's not great. King is not good. So it checks it around. We're ahead decent portion of time. 200 and a raise, small raise. We just don't have enough chips to continue. Yeah, we're down to 10 big blinds. Just gotta pick a better spot. Yeah, that was close to probably preferable for a jam, but pre-flop it's not super equitable really. It's just probably slightly better as a jam. All right. Yeah, so as with a bounty on your head, what should you do? Let's talk about the Bay 101 bounty. Big bounty, $2,500 bounty on my head. What should I do as a player with a bounty on my head? Realize people are going to call you lighter. I mean, I think it really becomes relevant when you start getting these 15, 20, 25 big blind effective stacks. A lot of the really good plays where you can like three bet jam, for example. Oh, I've got my, yeah, it's okay. I've got my card protector off. Let me just turn it back on for now. Obviously, I've got 10-3 off here, facing a limp. Let's see if we can get in there. See if we can flop top pair. That's a gutty gut shot. Let's see what we can do. Let's just lead here. Call. 7. Let's check it over. 600. That's too bad. All right, let's see. Brad Braulio, let's see what ASG says here. Let's see. Hello, all. Salem. Been here for a bit. Quiet and trying to focus. Still sick. Good feeling better, buddy. Quad Kings. Double up. Nice job, Action Dan. You have a bounty. It's beneficial, although it's quick blinds. So ASG, extra tricky part of the bounty is to figure out who is adjusting to adjust your play and who isn't, where adjusting is a big mistake. Yeah, that's a good point. First and foremost is like, does someone even know you have a bounty, and are they going to adjust if that is the case? So let's see what I got here. All right, Jack 10-0. Oh, opened. 7 bigs. Don't love it. Jack 10 offsuit's pretty weak hand. We're getting close to a little bit stronger. We'd probably just want to go with it. Jack 10 off's just weak enough, I think, to fold. So let's see. Yeah, first and foremost, ASG, I think that's the first branch point. Is someone even thinking about your bounty? Do they know? I mean, on this tournament, do they even know you have your bounty, right? And then Braulio says, my gut tells me as a player targeting bounty players who play slightly wider. That's definitely right, right? So every time there's a bounty at play, you've got to pay out whether it be $2,500 in a $5,000 buy-in tournament, then the equities get adjusted for that payout. As a player with a bounty on you, it feels natural to tighten up a bit. Yeah, especially in certain circumstances like all-ins. If you're shoving lighter, if you're shoving when you're short stacked, say 10 to 25 big blinds, you want to take out some of your proportion of your bluffs, right? Naturally, if it's just chip EV expected value, then you kind of want to shove pretty wide. Here's an interesting hand. I messed up there. Hopefully, Cincinnati player doesn't call. They raised. Oh, that's not great. I got to get my chip card protector back on. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that's fine. What about, I would have jammed that hand, by the way, if Cincinnati player hadn't opened under the gun. Let's see. Yeah, for example, like an under the gun or middle position open, if they've got a bounty on them and you're sitting on the button, suited kings, like a king 5 suited, becomes playable now at certain stack depths when normally you would kind of just fold that. Yes, you definitely want to play wider against a bounty because there's more equity in the pot, essentially, because they've got the bounty on them too. Nice hand, M golds, ace 10 of clubs. John Miner, unfortunately, card protector needs to be partly covering your name as your plate is translucent. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let me fix that. This is close to a shove. Someone shoved over me. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, plate's translucent. It's good to know. Let me move it a little bit here. All right, that's fine. All right, let's leave that like that. Good. I think that should work. Yeah, it should work. All right, let's see. Salem, it's always a quandary here on whether it's beneficial to chat with your table mates and let them know you are the bounty or not. Yeah, I think it's tough. I think in general, I would prefer someone to not know I'm the bounty, but so I'm not going to be openly advertising like, "Hey, I'm the bounty," right? Just kind of gives incentivize because I think people can counter against you when you're the bounty a little bit better than you can counter exploit. And then you kind of get into this leveling war. It's like, oh, do they know I'm a bounty? Do they think I think I'm a bounty? And and you really can level yourself. When I mean, ideally, if I'm just playing my normal game, that's the optimal situation, right? But you should definitely, if the whole table knows you're a bounty, then you can make some adjustments in certain situations. Mostly they become realizing that people are going to be playing wider ranges against you, but also know that people are going to be, when you are kind of three bet shoving and the like, your ranges should change a little bit, less bluffing combos and more value. Um, but then it becomes interesting, right? So, like, let's say you're on the button, cutoff raises, and you all have 25 big blinds. You're on the button, you've got pocket aces, right? So, if you're on the button, cutoff raises, say 2.2 big blinds, it's pretty standard thought that probably calling is a little bit better than three betting because they're going to fold a lot. You also allow people to like squeeze, three bet squeezing, which is a really popular play, especially at higher buy-in tournaments. All right, so we got four big blinds and a premium. We're gonna let it rip. We go back to that. Hold that thought. Oh, let's get a double up here. Hopefully, yeah, I'd like someone to call if possible. But let's say they call right with you're on the button with with aces, for example. So cutoff raise is 2.2 big blinds. Pretty standard to call. Because if someone three bet squeezes like eight big blinds or goes all in, great. You're also in position. You're pretty much not folding post flop. But if you got the bounty on you, how does that change things? What if you three bet jam now? Let's say you raise to six big blinds. How's that change things? Are people going to be more likely to jam over the top of you, or if you three bet jam to let me just turn this off here. What do we got? Ace king versus kings. Let's hold. Hopefully a clean turn would be nice. That's as clean as it gets. Three outs, 6%. All right, good hold. All right, pocket kings. Back in the game, 34 up to about 11 bigs. On the button, small blind is sitting out. Let me get my card protector back on. All right, now we're doing things efficiently. All right. Let me know if you guys, after that king's hand, let me know if you can see my card still with the card protector or not. I'd be curious. So this is kind of this is close. I kind of wanted to jam that because this guy has been so wide. Oh, I elected to call. Jamming is much better there, I think. I just didn't have it in me, but I should have. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Yeah, sad. I'll show my cards here. Yeah, I think a jam there is a lot better. This guy's really, really wide. Um, but yeah, it would have been a nice three bet jam actually pre-flop. Sad. All right, we'll let it go. All right. But yeah, coming back to that discussion. So you get aces on the button, cutoff raise to 2.2 big blinds. You've all got 25 big blinds effective. Standard. You can three bet small to like six big blinds, or you can just call. Both are good. Probably better to we've got a jamming hand here. Nine big blinds. I'd like to see this one get through, but if we get called, we're probably at least flipping. Let's see if they. Let's see. Oh, we got a caller. All right. Two callers. Crazy. All right. We're gonna need some help here, family. Also got set potential. Rejam by Sin City player with no fold equity. Obviously, the other player's calling. Oh, we like the twos. All right. So we've got a good chance to triple up here. Oh, we got a 7 on the flop. Very nice. Who's got clubs? No one. Okay, triple up. Wow, that was lucky. Really just like three-way all-ins. Wow, flop to set. Running good. Run like sandwich. All right, so what does Meta John say? Okay, so you're saying if it show up, hold on, let me get my card protector back on. Yeah, let me know if you guys can see through the card protector now. Be curious to see. All right, so let's hop back into the discussion. I got 10-6 offsuit there from the button. I'm just gonna fold that one. And then the other player's doing the sitting out thing. That must have been some type of strange autocorrect. All right, I am here to support Salem Witch EMD the bounty. All right, ASG says, imagine somebody shoves and then says, you know I'm a bounty, right? Are they strong? Are they wanting you to think they're strong? I'd be fully mind messed with. Yeah, I just think when you start getting on so many different levels like that, you're really more likely to level yourself and have a bad impact. I mean, ideally you just play poker, right? Like when you start getting in this level and this level and other players on this level, you really can level yourself, usually is what you're gonna do more than anything. Oh, that's unfortunate. I had Jack six of diamonds. Yeah, so I don't really like playing leveling because you can go up a level or down a level from someone if you're not on the right level of what someone's thinking at, and who knows what level they're actually on. You're just guessing, right? So more likely than not, you're just gonna lose value. So I'm really, as the bounty, I'm playing standard poker, but I'll make some adjustments there, sub 25, sub 30 big blinds in some of these situations. Just know people are playing wider against you, which we're used to on club, right? We're used to people playing wider against us. A lot of people limping, multi-way action. Um, all right, so this is a bad hand, 8-6 offsuit from position 7. Gonna fold that one over. River Deceit says, sounds like you know what you're talking about. I know a little bit. I'm trying to figure it out still. I'd be curious to see. Oh, you're talking about ASG probably. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I had until Monday to cancel the t-shirt order. Hold. All right, Bex. We got the triple up, flopping the set, running good. All right. Boom. Just wanted three all in. We had a full house, but I had ace ace. Wow, nice one. 777 Meta John. 7. Nice. 3-7. Sweet. Let's go. Says Braulio. Okay, yeah, here's just kind of finally getting around to it. I like it. Whoop. All right, Crusher. Yeah, played decently well, but also run really well. All right, let's see what we got. But all right, yeah, having fun, CO. Remind me what part of Colorado you're in, by the way. All right, so I got a hand here. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna open 3x kind of exploitatively here. These two guys on my left are playing super wide. So I'm gonna go bigger, punish their wide play, essentially. With my value hands, especially. You got someone to your left who's just calling everything. I mean, it kind of gets annoying to play against them like that, right? Because, you want position, you want to be playing versus the blinds primarily. So, um, so this is interesting. Oh, snap call. That seems like a misclick, probably. Um, Jam, man, this player is really going after me. Almost certainly they don't have a 7. I just got a fold here, but I don't think they have that with a 7 there. I don't think they would jam. Maybe they would. Yeah, that sleep dog is tricky player. Gotta tighten up against him a little bit, him or her. Bex, they should make you wear a hat that says bounty on it. I think I'm gonna have, I don't know what the setup is gonna be at Bay 101. I think I'm gonna have a bounty sticker or some sort of thing. I know they give shirts out to players who bust a bounty. In addition to $2,500, they get a shirt, and I'll sign the shirt from whomever knocks me out if someone does. Let's see. So what's going on here? So limp, 3-bet minimum, or just an ISO raise. Man, I think I really just need to tighten up and punish these guys that are playing. They're really putting it on me. I mean, they're kind of going all in a lot, putting me to tough decisions. So you got to tighten up, I think. But yeah, bounty hat. Yeah, maybe they can give me a hat for the next bounty Sunrun bounty tournament in December. Actually, it's going to be November 30th. I don't know if I should say that, but it's going to be November 30th, associated with the World Championship. Yeah, we talked about we earlier. We were joking about me dressing up as like this funny AI caricature, like some superhero as was as doing the bounty. I think that would be hilarious. It would just be ridiculous. I mean, so that still might that's still on the table potentially. I think that would be hilarious. Let's see. Yeah, we had King Queen offsuit on that 7-7 flop. The sevens giveth and the sevens taketh away. All right, card protector is good. Thanks, Airherb. They should make you wear a hat that says bounty. Yeah, how many people are going to be bounties in the Bay tourney? I think around 60, give or take. They kept adding and adding and adding. I've my rough estimate 60. It might be as many as 70. There's quite a few, but I'm curious to see how many entries there will be. Maybe 500 or 600 entries is my guess for the Bay 101 main event. So you're talking 10 to fit, probably upwards of 15% of the field. It's pretty wild. They're almost, I wonder if they'll put one bounty per table or something almost is what it feels like. Or it might be random. I don't know how they're going to do that. Let's see. Busto, Braulio flop is set. All in on the turn. River flush. Ah, GG. Takes a bad beat to eliminate a crusher. All right, we got a break here. We got a little 5-minute break. Gonna leave everything up and running, and I will catch you all back in a few. Let's keep the bounty check conversation going. How's everyone running, by the way? I'll pull that up and cover it when we come back. Let me just see something. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Actually, let me do it now while I got it up. So let's see who's chipping up here. Ready to play to 31,000. Nice. Just scanning the list here. I don't see a lot of people in the top 50. I mean, there's still nearly 1,400 players. We've almost got half of the field eliminated, though. It's pretty fast, pretty impressive. All right, let's see. Anyone in the top 100 that we core members? Let's see. I don't see anyone. Just scanning. Yeah, I don't really, oh, there's a Poker Tard, 96th place, 19,000 chips. Yeah, nice. He's been on a heater recently. For a while he has been, but especially recently, just crushing everything. Wonder if Poker Tard's playing live from Iowa much, or if he's mainly sticking online. Let's see. Yeah, and so that's the top 10%. Pitbull lefty right there, 148th. Yeah, great. Grey Wolf, 156, 16,000. Some good players in the top, roughly top 10%. One more minute on break. I'll see y'all in a few. In 1 minute. Be right back. All right, just getting back. Anyone see here? Remember this guy? Oh man, anyone who was on that ship, well, I think we all agree we want to run it back. Virgin Voyages cruise, the World Poker Tour. What a time! We gotta see, get some momentum going to see how World Poker Tour Club WBT is gonna run it back. Virgin Voyages. A lot of complexities there, but I'm hopeful that it'll happen again. All right, so what do we got here? Coming back in, we got 14 big blinds, essentially. Poker Artist limped, which is interesting. D-Dub's limped. Everyone's limping. 14 big blinds. 14 big blinds and a dream. We're gonna jam. Oh, it's close, but I think we got to chip up. The blinds are going fast. We played pretty tight. Probably ahead of most hands in the ranges of these people limping. It is very close. We're hoping for a fold, but they got to have a good hand to call. This poker artist is raising most hands opening, and so for him to limp tells me he's weaker than normal. So if we get one fold, we'll usually get a cascade of folds. Grower probably most worried about this player. Let's show what we got here. Who calls it off? Ace nine. Oh, sad. Sad situation. Gonna be, oh, that's a really terrible flop. We need running Jack Queen. 10. King would actually get a chop or an ace. Nope. All right. Good run. Grower. I'll have to take note of that. Grower. All right, we're out. All right, so we are out from Grower. We'll take note of that. Good run. All right, let's get some other tables going on. Give me some tables, everyone. Let me know in the chat. Let me know some tables. So I'm gonna get rid of that one. And let's get rid of my card protector. We don't need that. All right, let's get some tables going on here. Give me one or more multiple Stream Team family members at a table. Let me know if there's multiple people sitting there, or if anyone's running deep. I'm probably gonna pull up poker chart here. Let's see who's running deep. Cold and Calm didn't get one of those posters. That's unfortunate. You deserved one. You did get a package. I think it was a ladies event that you took down, right? Bexkey, wait, another cruise? No, there's no announcements for another cruise. I was hoping. I mean, I'm hopeful in the future that World Poker Tour can run it back. I don't think there's any plans in the works, but forever optimistic. All right. Swiss Miss, good luck, everyone. First time chat. All right, welcome in. All right, let's see. I'm just scanning the list here. Da-da-da. Poker Tar. Yeah, Poker Tar. We're gonna pull his table up. Let's see. Unless someone else gives me another table where there's multiple. Yeah, I think that was a good good example actually. And talking about how to play as a bounty is a time I should not have shoved. Like chip EV, it's close, it's probably okay, but I think as when someone has the incentive as a bounty, that's really the notch, the extra notch. You basically need a stronger range of hands, right? And that was probably a negative EV shove as the bounty. Like ace nine off is usually not calling there if I'm not the bounty, in theory. Let's see, kept my poster still working with my wife on best place to hang it up. Stay tuned. All right. I'm thinking right behind you when you're streaming, MetaJohn. That's my plan. Iraqvet says, good game, Josh. Thanks, Iraqvet. Appreciate you. All right. Let's see. There's Poker Tard. All right, so what table is Poker Tard at here? All right, looks like he's at 315. So we're gonna go ahead and open that one up and turn off the sound. All right, very good. Actually, I got the wrong table. Stay tuned. All right. Let's see which one he's at here. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, oh, there it is. Perfect. All right, so we'll get a few going here. Oh, and Z-Tank. All right, great. All right, let's get this up here. Get rid of that guy. And let's see. All right, video capture, window capture. Get this rolling. All right, so T69. Add a source. All right, very good. All right, That's not what we want. Let's bring it over here. That's pretty reasonable. All right, let's drop it down. Da-da-da. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good there, huh? Yeah, let me know if there's more tables here. I've got poker cards up and running. Let's see. Yeah, Jason SD of people chasing that bounty. I guess Metajohn's got a Mike Trout poster. Didn't know about that. Uh, M Golds. Ready? Going to get ready for the Diamond event. Yeah, we got 17 minutes. Hopefully I do better, but good luck to be back soon. Yeah, good luck everyone in that event. And about 17 minutes till that kicks off. Pacer Cop. Hey Josh, what's happening, buddy? Not much, buddy. Just doing a little bit of commenting here on the live stream. We just took an L. We got knocked out. We had about 14 big blinds from the small blind, facing four limpers. Blinds were just up, and we jammed ace-5 offsuit from the small blind. And the very last limper called with ace-9 and flopped a 9 high, 9-10 king. Turn was a 10. We had chances with an ace or a king for a chop, and we didn't get there, so we were out. About 50th percent. All right, Z-Tank all in. Sevens full on the flop. Stone Dead versus Duke Gracie. Nice hand, Z-Tank. Impressive stuff. Sevens are hot. Slot machine hand. Good to see you, Pacer Cop. We got to grab lunch again soon. That was really fun, buddy. Let's see. I think I still have the what we call the meat sweats from we had Fogo de Chao. We went to a Brazilian steakhouse and we ate way too much food for lunch. He actually had to carry me out of there. All right, let's see. Shar, hey, Stream Team family from north of the border, from Saskatch, I believe. Is that right? All right. Okay, high card 6. I have Mogini at 361, but I'm short stacked. All right, let me see if I can pull that one up too. All right, Pilo N, tournament, Club WT, and I won the cruise, not the package with travel. So I guess that's why. I love those posters though. Yeah, the poster's cool. It's been fun. Followed me from our previous house. All right, Diamond 5K starts in about 15 minutes, everyone. So stay tuned. All right. All right, so poker chart here, position 8. Okay, so 3.5 big blind raise from position 7. Poker chart folds. Z-Tank. Good player, Z-Tank. Super Dan saying, great run, Cabby. Yeah, nice run, buddy. Really impressive. Hey, Cabby. Hey, buddy. Welcome in, man. Cabby, what are your plans? Live poker rest of the year. I mean, obviously you'll be there in Vegas. Anything else? What are you planning in December? Let me know, everyone, by the way, what you're planning to play in December. Is everyone playing the Prime? Anyone trying to satellite into the Prime? Am I playing the private Stream Team Family? Anyone going to try to satellite into the main event in December at the Win? Let me know what you guys are. Let me know in the chat in the comments what you guys are planning to play live at December at the World Poker Tour Championship final there at the Win. Also, let me know if you're playing anything else before now and then live, any local tournaments or anything. So Ace Jack off, jam. I missed the action there a little bit, but I think it was pre-flop. So let's see, poker charts table. Oh, that's another player here, KIAJESS, another tough player. Okay, that table is out. So let me see what table 361, high card 6 said. So stay tuned. Let me get some more tables going on here. So let's see what we got. All right. All right, let me see here. 361, I believe he said. Yeah, let's just open that one up. Da-da, 361. No guinea. And high card 6. All right. Oh, hey, you're doing all right, buddy. You got 6 big blinds in a dream. You can spin that up. So, definitely chip in a chair. I mean, that's not 6 big blinds, late position. That's not even chip in a chair. I'll tell you about my tournament from last weekend in a second. Let me get their table up and going. Window capture. All right, high card 6 and Mogini. All right, very good. Drop that down. Perfect. All right. Ta-da. Put it about right there. And actually, that's okay. Yeah, that's pretty good there. All right. Pretty reasonable. All right, high card 6, Crusher out of Texas. Richie Rich, PGA. I don't think that's Stream Team Family, but I think I played with that player. Seems like a tough player. Mogini. All right, so let's see. Da-da-da. FDC, yes, sir. Poker, all right. Saskatch, Regina, Saskatch. I think I'm saying that correctly, Regina. Poker Tower, table 452. Now it broke. Okay, thanks. I'm going to pull that one up also. I'll see if I can get that going. All right, 452, open. Perfect. Got that one going now. Great. All right, and we'll get rid of the sound. All right. So, all right. Bum, bum, bum. All right. So no capture. What one did we say? We said that is 452. Great. 452. Add new. PT 69. Poker Dart's got a fan following. Really crusher player. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't show. Oh, yeah, it does. Which one did they say it is? Our PT is on 452. Great. Okay. 452. Good. All right. Drop that one down. All right. Actually, let me do something first. This will make our lives easier. All right. Ta-da. This one going. All right, that is pretty decent also. All right, so now we got, let me drop this one down there. Actually, that should be fine up there. Lock it. All right, there we go. All right, let's see what we got going on. High card 6 hanging in strong, 7 bigs. Oh, Guinea's down to about 7 bigs also. I'm still getting in the small blind. In theory, this is where I see players on club play a little bit differently than what is the best. I mean, 7 big blinds, small blind, effective from small blind, you should be shoving nearly at least 80%, close to 100% of your range, but they let it go because really it's hard for people to call. You got to have a really good hand to be able to call. So let's see, our poker card from position 7 effectively with 20,000 chips, so that's about 35 big blinds. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Let's see what everyone's playing. Main Street Dog says prime for sure. Same with Utah Kurt. Utah Kurt, I've got it on good authority. You're going to play the private stream team bounty also. Keith wins, earned 1 seat to the prime, and I'm sure South Point. Yeah, a lot of good South Point tournaments. Stream team families represents there with some really deep runs. So let's see what's going on over here with high card 6. Let's see anyone else at Poker Tarts table. Not really. Seems to be the main event there. Let's get back over. So high card 6 now down to 3.5-ish big blinds in the big blind. So time to chip up. Bobby, plan to play satellites in the prime. Bob, are you dealing yet at all, or are you still in dealer school? I mean, are you going to be working, or you got time off, or what's your situation there? Let's see, Richmond, Poker Tard, yeah, new table 452, absolutely. We do have Poker Tard's table going. in a hand. Let's see what high card 6 does. Moghini's down to a little over 2 big blinds. All right, so T Robbins, I've got 2 bullets in the prime. Might qualify for the main event through the tourney on November 2nd. Good luck, buddy. So Moghini's out. Pocket 8's all in. Wow, what a bad beat that is. Trips versus turn full house. Wow. All right. PT Poker Card is still running well, over 20,000 chips. High card 6 and Moghini. Need to make moves. Got to chip up. All right. Iraq Vet. I still have yet to win a prime seed, but I'm winning the prime. So yeah, the man already called it. He said he's going to win the prime. So must get it. He's going to get a seat and then he's going to take it down. Cool and Calm says same. Yeah, she's got two bullets also. I'm calling it right now. I mean, I recommend says he's going to win the prime, so technically there will be someone at the final table. I'm thinking that there will be a member of the Stream Team family at the final table of the prime this year. I don't know why. I've got a feeling. Let's see. Denied. You can win more than one prime seat from Stream Team. Yeah, absolutely. From Supersat. Yes, you can. Some people have won multiple over the years. This is a pretty gnarly flop here. Trips versus trips. And King Queen is going to take it with the Queen kicker playing. Let's see. Poker Card's not involved there. Moghini is making a decision here with 2 big blinds. Let's see what they do. All right. Joking. High card 6, 1.5 big blinds from the button. It's becomes an interesting game when you don't have any fold equity. They're calling. It's like, how does that affect your ranges? In theory, you should just go all in with most hands, but it's also like, well, no one's folding, so you have to win. It's kind of a double-edged sword. It's not you should. Sometimes it inevitably happens, especially if you take a bad beat. Ideally, you never want to be under 10 big blinds in a tournament, right? If you lose all fold equity, especially under 5 big blinds. Pretty desperate situation. So let's see. Stream Team leaderboard, dashboard works. Yeah, that's good, John Miner. All right. T. Robbins says you get $1,100 cash for each extra bullet. So, okay. Oh, wow, bad beat. I guard 6. Good run, man. Good run. We still got Moghini here. All right, let's see. So, why is that one frozen now? It's interesting. Moghini. Cabby, thanks, Josh. Plan on winning top 5 spot for the WPT main event, number 2nd, Club WPT. That's a big tournament. Technically, I have 3 seats to the prime, Cabby says. Focusing on club for now for another 2 months. Hopefully make some deep runs. Change my status to, quote, professional poker player, end quote. I love that. Trying to get more study time in and make the dream come true. Yeah, study time's important if you want to level up. I've definitely put in a lot of study. I think that's essential if you're gonna have good results live. So let's see what we got here. Still frozen. Let me gonna have to get rid of that table, try to reboot it. Oh, Guinea's over there. All right. Yeah, give me some shouts for some tables to pull up. I don't have the dashboard up and running as of now. I can probably find it if you guys tell me where it's at. Let's see where. So let's see. Let's find PT. Bum bum. All right, there. Okay, table 355. Let me make sure that's right. Nope, this is, who's that? Oh, that is PT. Okay. just moved positions. Move tables too. All right, that's good. So that is 355. So we'll get that one fired up. Window capture 355. All right. Add source 355. What did we do there? That was different. Let me get rid of that. I know we did. All right, let's add a source. We'll get Poker Chards table up here. PT69. Okay, that's good. Add source. Let's see, we got 355. Yep, there we go. All right, drop it down. That's pretty good. All right. And let's see if we can get that locked in for now. Get rid of the chat. Okay, that's good. All right, so poker darts all in. Aces. Aces hold. Pretty big pot there. Tripping up. 26,000. Nice hand. Card shark. Did we freeze again on that one? How does that keep working? Let's see what's going on here. Oh no, it's live. Okay. Yeah, we're good. All right, let's get back to the chat here. And Cabby's putting in the work there. I got 3 seats. Cabby, you playing much live these days? Cash or tournaments or both? Or they're mainly sticking online? High card 6. I took a bad beat earlier and could really recover. All right. Bobby Q. Awesome, dude. All right, Cabby, playing the Club WT private tournament also, and might use one of my prime buy-ins for a main satellite or milestone tourney. Yeah, I really like that plan. Absolutely. Put the study in, get ready. So what is PT doing there? They were thinking, but folded. We got WJ Chips here also in the big blind. All right. Richmond says Mogini is stream team. Cabby, that's good. Dice show. I think I'm jamming with my Jack pre. This can only go well, right? Yeah, exactly. So let's hop over to Mogini. Mogini's hanging in there. 2 big blinds still. Let's see if we can get a double up. All right. TJN says Prime, Stream Team Private Tournament, and who knows what else. Yeah, there's a lot of good tournaments during that series, both at the Win and elsewhere, obviously. All right, Bobby says, still in dealer school. Not planning on dealing unless I ace my audition at the Win. High card 6, per usual, River. Yeah, that was nasty. Bad beat there, high card. Well, let's see what we got going on here. That is loud. All right, so got so now the 5K just kicked off. Ooh, Super Dan at the table and Grey Wolf. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stream our table. Let me see if I can get this fired up. Got a lot going on here. Let's see what we can do. So what table is this? 508. Yeah, let's think about this for a second. All right. So the 5K just kicked off, everyone. I think probably everyone knows that, but the table just popped up on me here. So we are live on that one. Yeah, I was debating whether I would stream my table on that one or not. We got Super Dan and Grey Wolf both at our table, so I think it behooves us to cover that one a little bit. Let's see if one of us can run it up a little bit. Let's get that going. So that's 508, is that right? All right, let me get that going. Bum, bum, bum. Hop back on here. All right. Me plus Super Dan plus. All right, that's good. 508. 508. All right. That's fine. And we will let that time out for now, as we're not going to play it. All right, just to see. Da-da-da. Bum. Yeah, that's okay. All right, we can fold that one. Give me 1 second as I get this going on. All right, so. And we'll drop it down. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see what we can do here. Ta-da. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. So Super Dan, Grey Wolf, and myself. Just the tournament's just kicking off, so 200 big blinds deep, so we'll be able to cover some deep stacked play here. So let's see what we can do. That's good, and do that also. I think that's a good idea. All right, so we'll cover this a little bit here. All right, we'll focus on this table for now. Let me know in the comments if who's running deep on other tables. We'll keep covering that, but let's primarily cover this one. We'll stay attuned to the other tournament, but deep stack play, we got multiple stream team family members here on our table. Kurt Northrup too. I just saw Kurt. All right, so let's cover a little bit here. We'll cover some deep stack action. So who else is planning to play live before the end of the year? Anyone playing any live tournament series before December? Let's see. Smithy Rojan, welcome. Not playing live today, but just checking in. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Smithy Raj, stream team legend, long-standing streamer. I got to move my card protector just a smidge. I got a folding hand. Card protector. Let's get that moved just like that. That's going to be better. A little bit more. Oh, I got to lock. 1 second. Card protector is actually. Give me one. Oh, I got to move 2 things. Give me 1 second. So let's move that first. That locked. All right. Now I want to do this one over like that. Let's try to lock that one in. Okay, we should be good now. I had, I'll mention it in a minute. Let's see if this goes too long. I got to be cognizant. We got a lot of stream team family members at our table, so if it's a longer hand, I can't give it away. 2-minute delay though. We had a6 off under the gun. I don't think this hand will go 2 minutes. All right, bet and a fold. Nice hand, Grey Wolf takes it down. All right, let's see what we got here. So we are in the big blind. I've got to move my card protector a little bit more. Over that way and down, probably just a smidge. Let's see if that's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's going to be pretty good. All right, let's see what we got. All right, 50-50, girls with the call. I got a hand here. We're going to bump up the price of poker. 350 now. Raise to 350. We're over 200 big blinds deep. We got 2 limps. We're out of position. Are we bluffing? Do we have aces? I don't know. We will see. Grey Wolf calls also. 3 ways to the flop. We're out of position. We've got the betting lead. And let's see what we can do here. All right, so let's bet. 650 into 1,075. One call. Gray Wolf coming in. Smithy, welcome. Legend. Smithy gave me the best piece of advice I've ever gotten from anyone playing poker. Spicy turn card. I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet 3,100 into a pot of 3,000. Three ways. Multi-way, out of position. We're betting pot. See what happens. Gray Wolf, actions over to you. Let's see if oh, a call. All right. Is Gray Wolf on hearts? I don't know. Let's see. We're gonna take our showdown value on this one, Gray Wolf. Let's see what you want to do. Checks it over. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, I didn't see what he had. I had ace jack offsuit. Ace jack offsuit, I ISO raised for value. Pretty bad flop. I was bluffing on the flop with a continuation bet. Both called. Turn we got there. Great clean card too. The hearts didn't come in. So we elected to bet pot. We got called one way. Basically the range we're up against there. Some people could have flush draws. People could have some small pocket pairs. They could have, like I said, flush draws. If they had sets, I think they would just go with it on the turn, most likely. So we felt pretty confident when the player just called. Grey Wolf actually just called. We probably had the best hand. The king we didn't like to see. We liked that we faded hearts actually. The flush draw was best. I had a pretty, basically a bluff catcher by the river with when the king comes in. Anytime someone goes bet, check on river, they're kind of capped range. They're usually pretty scared. I was scared there. I kind of had a suboptimal hand. So this is interesting. Got so I'll just expose my cards here. So we pick up diamonds also. How about I think we could do an overbet here. Yeah, let's go an overbet. 461 call. All right, let's get a diamond. Hearts, don't love that. What do we want to do? We got kicker problems. Probably check call. That's probably what we'll do. That's a big bet. Yeah, top pair. Yeah, the front door. Let's think about this for a second. Front door flush gets there. 7-8. I mean, the straight draw gets there on the turn. We bet big on the turn, so they must have a pretty good hand or a pretty good draw. Lose all queens. If they got a 9 somehow, yeah, I think we fold. The 9 is actually bad because straight draws like 9-8 and things get there with trips. Yeah, we're gonna make a nitty fold, I think. Yeah, this is close. People don't bluff enough on here, so I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna fold it. Show him. Good hand. All right, so let's put the card protector back on. All right. All right, so let's see what's going on in the chat. Mostly online. Workers been kicking my butt for a while. Keep your head up, Cabby. All right. Brad Braulio said, "John Miner, I see you, buddy. Good luck." He's saying, "I see you." To me, in my world as a doctor, ICU means intensive care unit, which I don't think is what Brad Braulio is saying. Fortunately for John Miner, I think he's saying that he sees him, he recognizes him. So limps around us. I think we can call on the button here. Smithy Roche. Air Herb says, "Yo, how you doing, Smithy?" So Smithy, the day I met him was the night before the first World Poker Tour main event I ever played. I was playing the $5,000 Venetian in the summer of 2022, a package I'd won on Club WPT, and it was It was interesting. Before that time, I think I'd played a $300 buy-in tournament. It was the biggest tournament I've ever played in, and I had won a $7,000 package on Club WPT, $2,000 travel, and $5,000 buy-in. I was appropriately nervous about to play in with a $5,000 buy-in for the first time ever. And I'd studied, I didn't know if I was prepared. I didn't know if I was ready. I didn't know what to expect. But the night before, Smithy told me the most impactful thing still anyone has told me. I've had many conversations with Faraz Jaka. Smithy Raj gave me the best piece of advice I've ever heard. Basically, what he told me, and something I like to stress to other players on Club WBT, he said, this rings true to me. I think about this every time. It kind of gives me butterflies in a way, but every time before a big tournament, I think about this. He said, Josh, you have to have the confidence to know you can compete. He said, if you've played well and competed on Club WPT like you have, he said, you've got the game, you've got the skills to be able to compete with everyone in this tournament, including the pros. It's a little bit more of a long-winded version than verbatim what he said, but I took that to heart. That kind of sticks with me. It gives me the confidence to think about, I can compete with these people. I've got the experience. I've studied. I've played and competed on Club WPT. There's some really good players. So that was really really important to me, and it still rings true. So let's see what Kurt Northrup is doing here. All right, we got some showdown value with Kurt. Oh, he leads into us. Probably has an ace. Like what is he doing that with as a bluff? Jack King, Jack 10. I mean, Jack 10 gets there. Jack King he probably doesn't have. Does that have a king? Yeah, there's just no way. Nope. I probably should have bet bigger on the turn as a bluff. Continuation bet bluff. I need to get that out of here. There's some other stream team family members on there. All right, so let's get rid of that. All right. Doo-doo-doo. Mr. Clutch logo. Hey, Smithy. Everyone's saying hello to the legend. Smithy just had a huge live result at the Commerce side event Tournament of Champions. Third place for a nice 5-figure score. Really good run by Smithy. It was impressive to hear about and watch. The person who took it down, Cindy Spear, is a crusher. She won 3 World Series of Poker circuit rings in one year. Really tough player, female player from Massachusetts, ER doctor from the Boston area that I got to meet a few weeks back. Really interesting person. So let's see what we got. John Miner got to do better than the bounty tournament. Yeah, a couple of us took some didn't have very good runs on the bounty tournament. I'll have to check back in a second to see who's still running deep. Let's see there. It looks like they're down. I'll have to pull it up in a minute. Just got poker turns table up here. Let's see if I can get that up. Yeah, there's Poker Tard. So Poker Tard's doing well. 20 bigs, 24,000, hanging strong. WJ chips, 52,000 chips. That's a little over 40, 43, 44 big blinds. All right, so action is on us. We have a decent hand here. Let's raise it up. ISO raise, Grey Wolf limps. We bumped it up. Price of poker is going up 5.5x the limp. Put in the big bet there. All right, so Jason S. I doubled up already. Ace Queen versus King Queen. Queen came out on the flop. Nice. Looking forward to seeing everyone in December, Cabby. Yeah, we're gonna crash your house, Cabby. Let's see your residence. Oh man, Super Dan. 3-bet from the small blind. Big boy 3-bet. Yeah, that's a big one. I'm gonna fold and show. We got I'm not gonna show. Ooh, fold. I won't show the table, but I'll tell what I had. I had Oh, jacks he shows. I had king 10 offsuit. Yeah, I had king of diamonds 10. It's kind of bluffing a little bit, but all right. This is a foldable hand. Ace 3 offsuit from position 5. All right, so let's see. Yeah, Jason SD is planning on playing some dailies locally there in Arizona. Maybe the Talking Stick, is that the closest to you, Jason? You, other casinos nearby? Let's see. Pybothon says he's going to go to Jacksonville and win really quickly before going to Vegas. That'd be cool. WPT champion. Yeah, that'd be nice. I think that would be the first ever Club WPT World Poker Tour main event champion. Would be great to see you there. I'd be cheering you on at the final table and hopefully providing you with a little bit of strategy, be on your rail, be able to consult with you, and be curious to see if I make the final table there, if he'll still be around. That'd be cool. Let me see if Smithy was going to come down from Virginia, come down to Jacksonville. If one of us, if Pybothon or I make the final table, that'd be pretty cool. All right, so Super Dan, very nice. Let me just hop back over. Actually, let's stay on Grey Wolf here. All right, so do you know when in December the Bay 101 final table will be? Meta John says, so do you know when in December the Bay 101 final table will be? I think Meta John, I feel like I'm pretty sure the Bay 101 final table is just going to happen in October. I'm pretty sure at the conclusion of that tournament. I don't think there's a delay. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain the final table will be that same time. So if one of us makes it there, then you better come up, Metajon. Let's see. Out of the 5K, flop 2 pair and 6-8 suited. River to straight. Ouch. Air Herb, Silmwich, played in a 100K day one, Tampa Hard Rock. Oh, that's a fun place to play. Starting chips, 100,000, quickly topped it up to 300,000. Let's see, we got a playable hand here. Let's see what Air Herb says. 300,000 with card dead. Times before I could act, there was a raise and a re-raise. I couldn't call. Finished 19th of 81. Only 11 advance. How do you deal with card dead and raises before you act? Yeah, when you're card dead, you're card dead. Yeah, you know, to win a tournament, to run deep in a tournament live, you've got to get good cards, you got to play well, and they got to hold up. You can't really, you got to stay patient first and foremost. The most important things at tournament poker is staying patient, and conversely, interestingly, is being aggressive, timed aggression, right? So you just got to stay patient because you can't start forcing it. You'll really start losing chips, marginal spots. Now, if everyone's playing super tight knitting it up, you can widen your ranges, but most people don't play like that anymore these days. So, yeah, keep folding, stay patient. I mean, there's sometimes there'll be 1 or 2 hours past that you might not have a hand you play, but yeah, just stay patient and stay ready. I mean, you got to be ready when the cards come. Stay mentally fresh and don't tilt. It's easy to tilt if you become card dead. Like, oh man, I deserve better. I deserve some really good hand. No, I just gotta stay patient. I mean, everyone goes card dead. That's part of tournament poker. We all get dealt the same cards eventually. You just gotta play them the right way. Yeah, that's a big part of tournament poker is staying patient. Probably the most important part of tournament poker. So keep folding, and good cards will come eventually. If you stay patient and fold enough, you'll still have chips. If you start, and then when the good cards come, you're going to have enough chips to play the good cards, right? Um, However, if you start getting impatient, playing stuff you wouldn't normally play, you're not going to realize your equity, you're not going to win those pots, and then you'll chip down even more so. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, stay patient, keep folding. That's the right play. I know you're patient. Herb, you're definitely a patient player. But yeah, it's sometimes you'll be card dead. That's part of it. But still a good run. 19th place. That's a nice finish. Let's see what we got here. Full pot bet. So I raise, bet back, call, call. Full pot size bet on the river. 3 ways. That's close, actually. Another player behind. I feel like it's just betting a king for value a lot. I'll just fold. find a better spot. Yeah, yeah. Braulio says October 28th final table for the Bay 101. That seems to be what I remember. Oh, four, river to full house. Wow. All right, good fold us. All right, same day. Josh gets his name on the Mike Sexton Cup. Let's go, Braulio. Appreciate the kind words. That's the plan. We're going for it. We've got the big opportunities coming up over the next few weeks and months. Pretty exciting stuff. We're feeling ready. I mean, I've been preparing. I've been training the last few months, physically, mentally, strategy. Been putting in the work. I feel like a little bit of run good on our side. I could think we'll make a few more deep runs. So feeling strong, feeling excited, feeling ready. I think it's going to be an exciting time to have a lot of people involved. It'll be want to inspire some people. That's one of my goals. All right, so let's see what we got here. Ba-da-dum. Gray Wolf, nicely played. I had an ace eight. Let's see, going to try to play some down at South Point over the next couple of weeks. Nice, Cabby. They must have dailies going even despite the series. I think, yeah, I'm not too familiar with the daily scene there in Vegas. I did hear, maybe it was Brad Owen said there's 20 poker rooms currently in Las Vegas. South Point's got a robust operation from what it sounds like. Oh yeah, prefer that ever going to the strip mostly. Yeah, that's nice. Don't have to pay exorbitant amount for parking or deal with all the other parts of that. Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, MetaJohn. I'm not 100% sure. I should look into it. It's listed on their website. On their website for sure. It's listed on the WPT website, on Bay 101's website. It's also listed on Bay 101's Instagram. They've got a little card cut out of all the planned days for Bay 101, but I'm not off the top of my head. I'm not 100% certain. I can take a look at it once we get to break here in a few minutes. Let's see, pot size bet by Grey Wolf. I'm gonna fold my queen seven of spades. Smaller bet I could consider peeling and seeing if we can turn some equity, but for pot size, I think it's a good player. I'm gonna let that one go. All right, Mr. Clutch poofed in the POY 753. Got enough points to keep a good lead. Yeah, let's go, Clutch. Let's get that. You're in the lead here. 12K package of stake. Good luck, man. Hope you take it down. All right. Yeah, everyone's rooting on Clutch logo. See if he could do. Rich Al had a nice run last year. All right. All right, so a lot of limping going on. We've got a hand that likes to limp from the small blind. 50 more to win 400. 8-1 on our money. All right, killer bluff. First time chat. Good luck, everyone. All right. Oh, denied says 100% December. Okay, cool. Either way works. Either way works for me. Stream teamers in here. Do hear your comments about your hand real time, Josh. Yeah. Yeah, good point. Good point, John Miner. Yeah, Grey Wolf and Super Dan. I gotta be careful about what I say. Don't want to give away my hand, especially if we're in a hand with them. Oh, Kurt also. Good. Yeah, but it is on a delay, right? So there is that. He says real time. What do you mean by that, John Miner? Real time? I think there's a 2-minute delay, right? Still, I could be wrong. All right, Mr. Clutch. See you in December. He says. All right, that's a check. I've got King 6 offsuit. Really not much. Maybe 1 in 10. Yeah, 10% of the time I'll actually be good here or something. So definitely no point in bluffing. 2.5x overbet on club. That's probably a really good hand, like a flush, I was assuming at least. All right. So Richmond says closest to me, which I think is Eastern Tennessee, Hard Rock, Bristol, and North Carolina. I've never made it down to North Carolina. I would like to make it down there sometime. Let's see. Really good circuit events going on down there in North Carolina. New casino near Jason SD in Arizona. Desert Diamond White Tanks. That's an interesting name. Don't know what that means. White Tanks. Never mind. Guess they hear your comments a hand ago. Yeah, John, I think there's a delay. It's about 4 minutes from our house. So dangerous. Yeah, that is a dangerous situation, cool and calm. I live, within 5 miles, definitely from Boston Encore. So I do know the feeling. Let's see. All right. Yeah, Metajon. Final table of six will be televised in Las Vegas. Date to be determined. Okay, great. Just trying to figure out when I have to come watch your final table. Ah, yeah, that's funny. I appreciate the kind words. It's possible. We'll figure it out. We'll play it by ear. See if Brad Brian Nesser can yell hold again. If I can make a final table again. That was the most fun time during the $5 million free roll. That final table. That was the Stream Team family was out in full force during that. That was fun. Beachy was there. Meta John. Dan Mahoney, Brad Braulio Nesser, my buddy Matt, best man for my wedding, flew out from Arkansas. That was fun. Yeah, that's one of the many things keep the dream alive. These final tables are so fun. I love live poker so much. But I'm extra special, yeah. Daisho deserves extra hands. He's extra specially. I can confirm Daisho is extra specially. Let's see. All right, we have a hand here from the cutoff. We will almost certainly be playing unless there's some insane action. We got Super Dan and Grey Wolf left yet to act, so anything is possible. So Cabby says, proud of myself last night. Lost at a big hand going to the final table and ended up 9 of 9. When the final table started, I was able to make the right moves, come back and win it. Wow, impressive. That's pretty rare. There were a couple of mistakes I made in that tournament, but really solid on how I played. Nice job, Cabby. Well done. Congrats on the W. Let's see. Yeah, 9 of 9 and then to win. That is a rare feat. All right. So how many big blinds are we playing here? About 70. Let's just make it 2.5. Might as well. Seems fine. Go a little bit bigger, potentially up to 3x. Patience is key, Cabby says. Absolutely. Even a kind of turbo event like we're playing here, you still should, can be and should be patient. So 6, 4, 8, 2 diamonds with a lead and snap fold. I had pocket twos, 2 diamonds, or sorry, 2 spades, 2 hearts. No point in calling there, especially 3-handed. Poker rooms. Oh yeah. Richmond says what? 20 what? 20 poker rooms currently in Las Vegas. All right, that is a folding hand from position 7, especially versus a good player in the big blind. All right. Full double up in the 5K, Cabby. River will deliver. Ace on the river, Barry Greenstein for the W. All right. Yikes. John Miner. Second best hands are always expensive. Yeah, second best hands are expensive. Delay. YouTube channel is live though. Oh, Twitch is on about 2-minute delay. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, YouTube is live. Yeah. So much to that. When I was young, I wanted to cash 15K. Nice. Good run. I've never played the main event. On the bucket list. Hard to get out for the summer series with the 2 youngsters, 2 young children. I suspect I'll play the main event someday. Not anytime soon. First in the Diamond Leaderboard from March to end of September last year. Nice. US 85. Rochal overtook. Yeah, I remember that. He's my nemesis. Rochal, tough player. Good run, US. That takes a lot of consistency. I don't get to play 100% of the tournaments. I've never really been at the top of the leaderboard. My work schedule, I probably estimate I play 30 to 40% of tournaments on club maximum, just from the work schedule. Work a lot of evenings for the most part. All right. Richmond, everything 2+ hours from you. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I love live poker. NC McFrank, only WSOP at Cherokee. T. Robin says, hold. Da-da. King, king, king. Yeah, WSOP. Yeah. No WPT stops currently. No World Poker Tour in the Northeast. It's kind of sad. Foxwoods used to be perennial favorite. Boston Encore actually was talking about a deal with World Poker Tour. They're going to build a 50,000-foot event space, but the mayor of the town, Everett, Massachusetts, decided that they wanted a bigger piece of the pie. 20% was enough. They wanted 30% or something, so they couldn't get a deal with the casino. So no deal. All right. Salem, reminder, this is the last Diamond Leaderboard tournament, and second and third for the year get prime packages. Rich Al is third, and I'm fourth. Wow. Let me read that again. Salem, reminder, this is the last Diamond Leaderboard tournament. Wow. And second and third for the year get prime packages. That's huge. Rich Al is third, and I am fourth. Wow. We're both trying to pass the second place guy, so we could both get another prime package. But otherwise, there could be some leaderboard stream team 20 violence today. All right. Gonna have to follow. Braulio, hold. Yeah, that's funny. Classic. Classic Braulio line. Poker chart. Let's see what he's doing over here. Still hanging in there. Really deep. Let's get him up here. So poker chart. About 20, a little more than 22 big blinds in the bounty tournament. So running deep. WJ Chips is still in there too. Let's briefly take a look here at the. Let me see something. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, that's fine. Let's just bring that down. Bum, bum, bum. All right, let me get back to our action here. Yeah, let me minimize that. All right. All right. The fold. TJ, I was there. It was awesome. Yeah, that was hilarious. Great to see you run so deep. Thanks, Triple T. Man, you ran deep. I was following your lead. I was trying to battle with you, and I had a little bit better running of cards than you. Ended up at the final table. You could easily been there. I think you were 40 something out of about 1,450 runners. That was a great run you had. Really good run, Triple T, in the $5 million free roll. Meta John, Braulio is not allowed to talk during final hand. The next two final tables he attends. Meta John's bringing duct tape to the next one. This was set by Club WPT. I guess it's been written into rule. I'll have to check with JC on that one. Braulio, you can't put baby in the corner. Oh man. All right, good luck. Yeah, Iraq Vet says good luck to Mr. Clutch Logo and Rich Al. Absolutely. Good luck running deep today, y'all. Get another prime seat. And then apply one of those prime seats to the main event as a qualifier. That would be cool. I know Rich Al's had some experience in the main event already at the win in December. All right, so let's get to our hand. Bad hand, 7-6-5-4, position 4. Low offsuit hand, that's a fold. All right. I have to pull up some tables here. Let me get rid of Mo Guinea. And all right, let's see what we got. Here is. Take a look at PT. So we got an all in up here, 3 big blinds. So So it went limp by Kurt Northrup, ISO raise to 4x by Super Dan, shove, little 3x shove by JTC, and the Rams in the big blind, deep in the tank. This is only about 12 big blinds total. Fold, Super Dan, I'm assuming will call. He does. Ace Queen versus King 10 off. Let's get a hold here. At least 60% to win. Oh man, let's get a Jack, Queen, or Ace. Would all be really nice. 7 for a chop. We'll take it. No heart either. Trip 10s takes that. Yeah, man. Unlucky. You're still alive though. Shake it off. You got a lot of good stack. All right, let's see what we got. All right, we got a playable hand in the big blind here. I have to get up Rich Al and Mr. Clutch Logo's table in a little bit. All right. Doo-doo. Bum. So what happened? This player is playing a lot. Triple R, A, triple R. Playing almost every hand. Not quite 100% VPIP, but very active. Weird little small. I think we could stack him with this hand that we have. Let's see what happens. If you guys remember the previous tournament, we have the same hand that we did well with in the previous tournament. Let's see what happens. Flop is 8-7-2, 2 diamonds. Gonna check and flow over to the other players. Comedy Killers here. Triple R, ARRR is there. 3 ways out of position. Let's go ahead and so 1500 pot size raise. Yep, no sense of doing anything else there. Let's go ahead and do this. Go ahead, show it. Show it. All right. So let's see. I think we're gonna lead here. 3, 6, 10. Yeah, I think that's a nice lead size. Oh, he raises me. Might as well get it in. If you got 10 jack, you got 10 jack or a higher set, I guess. 10-9. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. Open-ended. Jack, really. Set. Sad. 8 outs. 8 outer. Yeah, I got the money in. Good. Still alive. 15 bigs. Yeah, I like the lead there on the turn. If you check and they check, it's kind of a disaster. You need, you're betting for value and protection. So something like 2/3 lead on the turn from out of positions, favorable. They kind of even spewed off with really inferior hand, and they got lucky. But yeah, when the money went in, they had 8 outs. They had less than 20% and put their entire stack in. So that's poker. That'll happen sometimes. That's why poker's profitable. People make decisions like that. Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, I always like to think what the other player did and think if I was in their shoes, what I would have done. Yeah, pot size raise on the flop is a little different. I don't think I would have done that, but then I call. When I lead on the turn there, it's mostly value, most of which I beat with this hand, so probably calling with top pair with open-ended is fine. It's close, but it's probably a good call, but raise is not a good play. But it is what it is. On to the next one. All right. Herb, have you ever played a Daytona Beach poker room? No, I have not. I've played Tampa Hard Rock. I've played Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, Fort Lauderdale, and I've played in the largest poker room in the state of Florida, which is Best Bet Jacksonville. Those are the only 3 places I've played in Florida. I do like poker in Florida, though. I'd be interested to check out. We were talking about Daytona Beach poker room. That sounds like a small little room in Daytona Beach, assuming. I should check that out next time I'm down that way, which is pretty infrequent, but maybe I can find a reason to get down there. Dice Show played live yesterday. Did fine. What I always find funny is the various ways people try to get you to show cards. It's like, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't show my mother these cards. Why would I show you? That's funny, Dice Show. T Rob's gonna put Brad in timeout, adult timeout. Whoops, I got my cards exposed, but we're on a 2-minute delay, so probably fine. So what do we got? A limp by the player who's playing 100% of hands, so that doesn't concern us. We've got about 15 bigs here. Super Dan, fold, fold, Gray Wolf. Call. That's poker, Super Dan says. We got another one of these spots here. Bum, bum, bum. Da, da, da. Yeah, we have a hand here. Yeah, let's just put it all in. Da, da, da. Hopefully Kurt folds, folds, Gray Wolf. King, Queen gonna call? I don't know. He does call. Force. All right, we got a flip. Good luck, Gray Wolf. 6. I'll take a 6. Nothing personal, Gray Wolf. Oh, 4. Four's full. Wow. Nice hand. Full house. And we're out. Nice. Nice turn. Nice hit. Good hold. Good call. Da-da-da. All right. I think my image got me on that one. That's all right. Nice hand. Put those chips to good use, Gray Wolf. All right, so we are out of that one. We'll keep streaming that one. Let's see what else since we got Super Dan, Gray Wolf, Kurt Northrup is there too. Let's see what else we can get into. First, let's take a look at PT, chipping up nicely, 34,000. Let's see if we can pull up Mr. Clutch logo and or Rich out also after we address the chat here. Bum, bum, bum. Just check leaderboard. Brad Brawley says all 4 are crushers. Beep. What's up, Josh? Your new family. Hey, buddy. Hope you're well. Tournament turned into one of the. All right. Got sucked out on. It's unfortunate. Sounds like you got the money in good. That's all you can do. It's poker. Sometimes you get a little unlucky. Got to stay resilient. On to the next one. There's some good ones coming up. Snap. Oh, our runners. Number 6. Wow. Probably not out of it. Probably a long shot, but probably not out of it. Fallen X, War Hero. Everywhere I play online. Yeah, they're both good players. Sorry, Brad. Wanted to warn you. It's poker. Brutal game we love. Brutal game. Kind of set up to fail. You're expecting to lose. Cruel game. But we love it, don't we? I think that's called masochism. Daytona Beach is about 135 miles north of Tampa. Yeah, it's pretty isolated there. I don't know. I've never been to Daytona Beach. I don't know why I would ever go there, really, unless I was taking like a family vacation. It's really not on the way from anything to anything, Like, I'm assuming they have an airport, but getting to Daytona is tough, Tampa's like a hub. There's some really nice places to vacation around Tampa. Daytona Beach, that's the one you can drive your car on. Is that what I'm thinking of? Hello, Stream Team family. Warrior Poet. Hey, buddy. Welcome in. GG. Say that, Super Dan. Thanks a lot. Yeah, nice. Good plan. Take it down. Let's see. Poker Tart. All right. We got a tough table there. Grey Wolf, Super Dan, and Kurt Northrup. That was a tough table. I made slightly fishy play. I think with my image, I should probably just have folded that one on, but yeah, most people would fold with 4s, but people know I'm crazy, so I got called by 4s. Nice full house by Grey Wolf. All right. Let's see. Yeah, ace-5 not good for me. Yeah, good point. It's it's not a very good play in general. It's like break even, really, but if people know you're going to be playing kind of crazy, it's definitely not a good play. It is what it is. On to the next one. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm guessing you played the 400 at the bike yesterday. Dun, dun. Yeah, so what kind of adjustments do you guys think you would make playing against a bounty? We already said a few of them, right? So play wider ranges. But how, if you're deep stack like 60 to 100 big blinds effective, how many times are you really going to be getting all in? So maybe you should widen your ranges a little bit, 10% something, but I wouldn't go crazy. I wouldn't go 50% wider, right? But especially if you're maybe closing the action on the big blind or on the button, so to speak, then you can really start widening out, maybe 20% wider would be one adjustment. All right, let's see what we got. Does anyone have the table number? I'm not privy to the dashboard yet. Can someone give me the table number for Mr. Clutch logo and or Rich Al or any other group of stream teamers that we can get the tables up for? That would be greatly appreciated. ASG, no, I did not see the latest Renlin news. What do you think? Can you give me the one-liner? Clue me in. I haven't heard about it. I'd be potentially willing to address it as long as it's not too controversial. But yeah, let me know. Um, Give me the one-liner. I can give you my take. All right. So Old Lady Jane says, which do you hope to choose in your future? Being a doctor and putting up with good and bad patients' attitudes, or being a poker ambassador player and putting up good. Um, I don't see why I have to choose. I think I can do both, Old Lady Jane. I think I can be an excellent physician in the emergency room and keep impacting people's lives, use my skills to train basically my whole and play poker. Also, be an ambassador, keep playing, having good results, being a good ambassador, representing Stream Team Family and Club WPT, and putting up some results, influencing people, strategy chat, getting people to play live poker. I think there's room for both, So, that's the goal. That's the plan. Yeah, is to make both happen. It's finding the balance, right? That's the key to what I'm working on now is balance. What is the optimal balance? What's the game theory optimal balance? So I don't think you'll ever really achieve an optimal balance, but as long as it's within the realm of reasonable. I've got two young boys, 1 and 3-year-old boy. They're top priority right now. So yeah, so I think right now I love what I've got going on. Love Club WT, love the World Poker Tour. Everyone, I say this time and time again, even before I was associated with the World Poker Tour. What an incredible organization, incredible group of people, top to bottom. So yeah, I want to keep that going. Love the WPT, love Club WPT. I want to keep representing. I want to keep influencing people, encouraging people to get out there, play live poker, um, encouraging people to play their best poker, and keep representing this awesome group we have, highlighting this amazing group we have. So yeah, that's definitely a super top priority right now too. I've decreased my time at work. One thing about being an emergency room doctor is it's super stressful work. Not only if a patient or a family member's in is not feeling well or upset, that's stressful. There's many things about being an emergency room doctor that are stressful. I'm trained to do. That's my training. I did my training at the busiest trauma center in the entire country in Houston, Texas. So, um, but finding that balance, right, with two young kids, wife, full-time emergency room doctor, which I've been able to decrease my time commitment now recently, and being a representative, an ambassador of the World Poker Tour, and representing Club WBT. I've got my hands full, you could say. But yeah, I love all of it. I'm lucky. One of the doctors I work with, she said, Josh, you're the luckiest person I've ever met in my life." I can't disagree with that. So yeah, as of now, plan is to keep finding the right balance and keep going on, keep everything we have going on, keep it going on. So thanks for asking, old lady Jane. It's a pleasure to meet you a few years ago. I still look at that gift you gave me. It's awesome. I hope to visit your shop someday in Branson, Missouri. Yeah, Renlin. So let's see what ASG said. Yeah, drive Daytona, Killer Bluff. Yeah, I think you can drive on the beach. That's pretty wild. When I think of a beach, I think of relaxing in the sand and the sun, not driving, but to each their own, I suppose. All right, bad poker player attitudes. Poker player attitudes are funny. I just kind of laugh inside. People are talking smack at the table. I just kind of laugh and figure out how I can exploit them. That doesn't affect me at all. Jacksonville's about 90 minutes north of Daytona. Oh, I didn't realize that. Maybe I'll get down there. 458. Oh, okay, there's Mr. Clutch. I'll go 458. All right, I'm gonna have to get that going. All right, let's see what we got here. Are we frozen again? Is that what's going on? I'm pretty sure we're frozen. Let me look and see. Doo-doo-doo. Give me 1 second. No, I don't think we are actually. We might be. Let me see something. I gotta figure out why that's happening. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to shut it down and reboot. Let me see. Sitting out. Well, this table is going. Poker Dart's table is going. Let me see what I got. Yeah, it's going. Oh, it's different. Let's see what we got. Poker Dart raise. Yeah, that's live. Huh. Maybe that other table is just off. Let's see. Poker Dart. Yeah, let me get rid of that table. All right. So Poker Tard is there. Any other tables we got going on? Not right now. All right, let me pull up Mr. Clutch. So 458. Thank you, Mr. Clutch logo. Let me get that one rolling. 458. That is. All right, let's see how many left are in the Sunrun bounty. About 2,300 players eliminated down to the final 299. Let me quickly peruse that list. Jaybird, 1969, 7th place. Brad Braulio's buddy. Wow, that's impressive stuff. I'm gonna have to pull that one up. Guys, tell me if Jaybird's part of the Stream Team family. I'm got mixed thoughts on that. I'm not sure if Jaybird is or not, but definitely known to the Stream Team family. Let's see who else is of the 295 people left. I'm just perusing the list. We're gonna have to keep an eye on Jaybird. Definitely let me know if you guys think he's part of the Stream Team family or not. WJ Chips is hanging in there, as is PT. All right, let me pull back up Poker Tard's table. We'll highlight that one, that table. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, he's there. We got it here. So he is all in actually. Speak of the devil. 12,000, 2,400. He's got 10 big blind shove from the button. What hand should you do that with? Any small pocket pair, pocket twos, any ace for sure. Ace two offsuit, any suited ace, obviously. Most suited, like king two suited, is a fine hand to do that with. Any suited or any two Broadway cards, king 10 offsuit. Pretty wide range. You want to be shoving 10 big blinds from the button. And let's see. I think, are we lagging a little bit? Is that what's going on? I think they folded. So let's see what happened. I think the stream might be lagging, or let me see. Let me see if it's actually working or not. I think it's still working. Yeah, I think everything's a go. Might just be a little laggy, maybe. So Poker Tard's up to 30,000 chips, and